I did it again. I bought more stuff. Not too sure if anyone will approve this stuff, but I got it at a pretty good price. So let's rip it out of the car, we'll chuck it inside and fire it up and see what we got. Well, this is it. This is the latest acquisition. Found this one this morning. I had my eye on the monitor for a couple of weeks, but the PC showed up today in my search and it was sort of a matching set and I really couldn't help myself. So come along with me. I have not powered this thing on at all yet. All I've done is plug it in. It is a HP Pavilion 711A, Windows XP, Pentium 4, I believe. I actually have no idea. I haven't bothered to look it up. All I did was buy it and set it up here. I'm excited. I just want to know if this thing runs to see if there's anything wrong with it. And maybe try and fix it. Here we go. Whew. That is a good sign. What's going to happen? Do we get display? That is great. Disk boot failure. Insert system disk and press enter. Now that screen's woken up, we might get a... Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Okay. We can work with that. Let's have a look in there and see if it's even got a hard drive in it. Quick thing about this, just noticed. How cool is that? What else? I think that... Good. Oh, does that like... Or is that... I think that could be... Oh, maybe there's a broken clip or something along there. Hold that in. Yeah, let's lean it over and pop this side cam. Come off easy. Oh, well, there you go. It does have a cable, but nothing connected. So we should probably connect that. That would be it there, I'm guessing. Let's just hook that into there. Let's hit this button. It is on. Oh my word. It is actually taking a while, so just exploring this. Front USB, floppy disk. Is there anything in that one? No. Windows is starting up. We made progress. I thought for sure I'd have to be reinstalled. Chris, mate, you really should clear your hard drive before you throw it out. Got no mouse though. That's interesting. It's USB. Still nothing. Interesting. What's going on here? Maybe USB drivers are just reinstalling or something. They would be new to this device. Still nothing on the mouse. Maybe I'll just unplug them for a minute. Still nothing. Just going to leave that for a minute, I think. I'm not stressing too much about it yet. Let's have a look and see what this thing do. What do I... Oh, there we go. Oh, that is a dusty boy. What is it? I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I am noticing that all these caps are in really good condition. I think it's Pentium 4, and if that's the case, then this thing should... Well, usually all the caps are just completely blown out of them. Completely blown out of them. They're either leaking, bulging, or have just gone nuclear on the motherboard, and the motherboard's no good. So I'm surprised of how good that is. That's obviously going to need a clean. We'll do that later. Whoops. Cool. Have we got mouse and keyboard yet? Hey! So it had been a couple of hours and it was getting late and cold in the garage. I dragged the machine back into my office and I'm pretty glad I ended up doing that because on booting in my office with a different monitor, I actually noticed that the HP recovery partition was still fully intact and functional. Also found this keyboard that I already had in my collection. I've been using it for a couple of months. I'm pretty sure that is actually the keyboard that goes with that because I got that from the same store. Mr. Whiskers here helping me rebuild this machine tonight. Shouldn't be too much longer. Nearly done here. Had to go and get the monitor. As you can see, it looks pretty good. It's still pretty crappy with the light in here, but this should be its first boot. I'm not hearing any audio, which is a bit funny. So I'm going to dig into that and work out what the deal is. But this might have to be a problem for another night because it is late. Tell by how dark it is and having to need lights on. Have another crack tomorrow. So it's been a couple of days and I didn't really get a chance to film a lot of what I've been doing in the background with this machine, but I did manage to get it all up and running. Everything worked great as it would from a factory reinstall. The only issue I had was with the sound card in the machine. The speakers on this device were unpowered, so they needed a preamp built into the sound card, which I'm not too sure whether the onboard sound card preamp was dead or it just wasn't powerful enough. But I just couldn't get enough volume out of it at all. You could just hear it if you were really up close to it. So I've put a new sound card in it and got some games installed, and this is where we're at. The keyboard has been the standout. Check this out. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this came with this machine. So not bad, not bad. We've got this one here, photo center. Finance, sports, and all the stuff's already installed because HP Restore did all the cool things. Default audio, gotta love it. What a beast. Now that it's all running, I'm pretty happy with how it is, except for how dirty the machine is. Obviously, the thing's nearly 30 years old. It is going to have some dust and grime and dirt. But this is the part of the video where I'm going to pull it down and try and clean it up as best as I can and polish it and show you what it takes to sort of bring one of these things back to life. There's going to be a few montages. Giving it a decent little blowout. We can actually get a bit closer look at it now with the cooler removed. Everything's looking pretty good. Like I said, the caps on it are really good. It looks a lot better all cleaned out. So I'm going to go clear the paste off that, give that a really good clean, and put it back together and then give it a bit of a scrub. monitor actually didn't need all that much. It was just basically a bit of a spray on a rag and gave it a quick rub, and it came out really well. Did some little detail work into the cracks and grooves and stuff like that. I actually pulled the speakers off the side and gave them a once over as well and pulled the covers off. But honestly, this thing came up pretty well. It's been very well looked after. Managed to get the monitor and the PC all clean. Now got to try and tackle this mess. Tried to do my best with this thing, but it is still absolutely filthy down in the keys. So all those keys are going to have to come out. We're going to have to wash them and put it all back together. But the rest of it's actually cleaned up pretty well. So that's a start. A good start. And for yet another time in this video, we'll cue the music and crack on with the cleaning. And here's the final product. Came out looking absolutely fantastic, really scrubbed up well. That keyboard took a lot of work. It was really, really hard to get into some of those grooves and gaps. Bit of elbow grease just proves that you can sort of bring these things back to life and make them look $1,000,000. But I suppose there's only one thing that's left to do, and that's play some games. Sometimes these old machines can surprise you. I bought this HP Pavilion home expecting a rescue mission and a cool video to go along with it. But it didn't need saving. It's nearly 30 years old and it's still booting like it just left the store. Maybe with a hard drive plugged in. Maybe not every story needs a rebuild. Sometimes it just needs a bit of respect and a good clean. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for sticking around.